The last time I felt time move this slow, I was doing planks. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mr. Deathbreath, where I do spoiler-free film reviews and sometimes celebrity interviews. Before we get into it, please turn on post notifications and please subscribe. So The Conjuring 3, before we get into anything, let's do the synopsis. So after a young man commits murder under the influence of demonic possession, the Warrens must prove to the court that the devil exists in order to exonerate him. So let's just jump into the good. Right off the bat, the cast: Farrah Farmiga, Patrick Wilson, the man who making the murder, Ruari O'Connor, and the young rising talent, David Glatzel. Young boy, amazing. The opening has some of the best and terrifying visuals I've ever seen in terms of this type of film. Absolutely fantastic. In addition, the way they set up the plot structure basically starts as we're in the present and we work our way back to get the details. So with all that being said, let's get into the bad. Okay, so one of the things immediately, one of the biggest offenders of the bad is the lack of tension. They'll try to set up a scare and it just doesn't work. Or they'll try to show an apparition appear, and they just don't have that zing, that snap, that zinger, that it's like they build it up and they get it there, but then at the end, it just doesn't hit you. And understand, I was watching it on a 55-inch TV, I was in the dark, I was as comfortable as can be, I may as well have been in the movie theater, and it just lacked that. Scares build, and they just don't have that to create the necessary effect. In addition, the story's just not interesting. I understand that after a while, you're just kind of recycling storylines and slightly tweaking them, but it just feels like it's the same thing with really nothing new added, and it's kind of a shame because they had at least a good 3 or 4 years, if I'm not mistaken, to make this right, and it just failed. Another thing is unintentionally funny. All I have to say is naked fat corpse. That's it. Every time that came on, I laughed. It was just like, really? Come on, man. It's a naked fat corpse. It's not scary. It's funny. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was just so funny. And then it's also like to the point that like by the time the film reaches its conclusion, you can care less. You find out who the villain is, what the issue is, what the problem is, and I'm just like, my gosh, isn't it over yet? So I can get to this review and talk about how much I can't stand it? Like you know, I said before, the last time I felt time go this slow, I was doing planks. It's terrible. So as always, let's give it a rating on a new rating scale, the new adopted rating scale A through F. Where do I rate Conjuring 3? Conjuring 3 is a D-. It's absolutely terrible. I couldn't quite get myself to give it an F, but it may as well be an F, but it is a D-. It is a terrible film. It's horrible. And considering this is the flagship film in the Conjuring series, it's really sad. Because honestly, they pretty much had nothing but negatives for me. The only film I liked so far was The Conjuring 2, which upon review is not very good, so it's pretty bad, but still ranks higher than this. And actually, I liked Annabelle Comes Home. You know, and The Nun, for what it's worth, being a terrible film, I enjoyed it. But this is still the worst trilogy ever. It's the trilogy of duds. It's out of steam. There's nothing interesting. I don't care if it's based on a true story. I don't care that the Warrens existed. I don't care about a possession. It's a boring movie. My gosh. Anyway, guys, thanks for your patience. I recently moved, as you know. I moved to the wonderful, heat-inducing, obliterating, body-killing state of Arizona. I love it, but it's hot. Anyway, stay tuned for this channel. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.